Hi friends, welcome back to the Moon Ritual. Today I want to talk about my personal wellness journey and take you all along that path with me. So during this last Mercury retrograde period, some really interesting things happened and came to light where I was just really fed up with a lot of things. There was a lot of pressure, there was a lot of lessons from the past that were coming back, and I got fed up with not being healthy, with being probably the heaviest I've been my entire life, and I really wanted to do something about it. So I started doing a lot of research, and the research led to a whole bunch of different realizations. So the first thing that I found was a resource about different kinds of body types, so where fat is stored in your body. The most important thing, and probably the hardest thing when starting a wellness journey, is to understand how your body works, because if you're doing the wrong things for your body, then it's not going to work at all. So there was this information type research about 4 different body types and where fat is stored in the body, and I figured out that I have more of an adrenal body type, and so I started researching that a lot more and came into the research about adrenal fatigue in general, and everything just clicked. It made a lot of sense. I started wondering a couple weeks ago, or pretty much my entire life, but really bad, like the last month, I've been so tired all the time. Like, I didn't understand why people were able to go out and hang out after work or do all these other things, and all I could do was just lay down because my body was just so tired. And lately I have had a lot more stress in my life. So I also run a cannabis company, Camilla. If you don't know who we are, you should look us up. We're a really awesome brand. But having a company does come with a lot more stress, and stress kicks off your adrenals, and everything just turns into a really big cycle. And so this has been going on for a really long time. When I first found it out, I was kind of mad, actually, that I had been going through this and not knowing about it, not understanding, like, how can I have this going on in my body and I don't understand, or I don't know about it. And so it came, I had to come to terms with a lot of things about myself, and now start building a bridge or a pathway in order to get better from that. So I've done a lot of things. I want to share part of that with you, and then update along the line how those things are going. When you have adrenal fatigue or something wrong with your adrenals or the adrenal body type, you have to do things completely different than how you would normally do things, especially for weight loss. So if, say for example, I exercise really strenuously, that's going to stress my body out, and I'm not going to lose weight. It's going to store more fat. When your adrenals, when you have adrenal fatigue or the adrenal body type, when you get stressed out, it affects a chemical in your adrenal glands, which affects cortisol levels, which affects your metabolism. So what ends up happening is whenever you stress out, you end up storing your cortisol in your body, and you end up storing a lot of fat, especially in like your stomach, your middle area. So a couple things that just me starting out trying to learn about this. So I was talking to my friend, and she gave me this really awesome book. It's about adrenal fatigue in general, and it even has a quiz that tells you the severity and different things that you can do. The most important thing though for me would be changing up my diet. So I used to be really heavy coffee drinker. I was super tired all the time, so I would just drink a lot of coffee, a lot of caffeine to keep me up. And those actually, the caffeine drains your adrenals even more, so you'll spike up, but then it depletes everything. So I've had to stop drinking coffee within the past couple days, and it has been kind of hard. On days that I just want that mix or want that something, what I'll do is I have some turmeric. So I did like a turmeric latte. I don't know if that's gonna focus, but I did turmeric latte, and it's really spicy. It's kind of spicy. It does not taste like coffee at all, but it does help with inflammation, and inflammation is one of those you know, the causes too. So like inflammation and stress in your adrenals, they all kind of go together. Adrenal fatigue is also an inflammation issue too. So the next thing that I started doing was St. John's wort. And I like doing different things in different forms. So in the St. John's wort, I have a tincture so that I can, you know, really be aware of what I'm doing. I don't personally just like taking a whole bunch of pills all the time. So I did a tincture. And then I also have some B12, which is really good for energy levels. And also I'm a vegetarian, so sometimes vegetarians are depleted of B12. And I think I forgot to mention, for the St. John's wort, it can, it's like a natural kind of antidepressant as well in a lot of other countries. And it's a, you know, kind of boosts your mood. It's a mood elevator. But when I have been taking it the past couple days, I've really felt kind of like more alive, more awake. I also kind of feel like all the things that calcify like our pineal gland, the St. John's wort really helps kind of detoxify and take some of that out, because I've been feeling a lot more like open, a lot more awake. My third eye's been a lot more open, so that's really good. And then the last thing that I started taking is by the brand Moon Juice, and it is a kind of super U type vitamin. So what this one has is it has a couple different herbs in it. The two that I'm most focused on for what I'm going through is the ashwagandha and another herb called rhodiola. And what those do specifically is they help manage your cortisol levels. So I've been taking 2 of these every day for the past couple of days too, and hopefully that will help kind of regulate my cortisol levels, help boost my metabolism, and really take, you know, hopefully like burn some of the fat naturally. I have to also change up my diet a lot, so less sugar, less carbs, more potassium, so more leafy greens, even fruit as a sugar I shouldn't be eating. So there's a lot of different things that I will need to do and really look into, and really you know, take that into consideration when I'm changing up eating for my body instead of just eating to eat, which is kind of a hard habit to kick. It's probably the one that I'm the most nervous about, but I feel really confident in myself. You know, as long as I have like dedication, and obviously sharing it with everybody here will help me kind of stay focused, stay accountable, and kick off that start of that wellness journey. Another thing that also helps cortisol levels is cordyceps mushrooms. So also from the Moon Juice, I picked this up, and it's a powder form, and I can put this in a few different things, smoothies, tea, whatever I need to. So it's really intimidating, at least it was for me before I found out about, you know, all the things that my body is going through when you go into a store or you look for supplements, like which ones to take. It's really confusing. So I suggest, if you're going to kickstart your own wellness journey, to go and like research your body, research your problem areas, kind of start with that, because your body will tell you when something is going wrong. So if you feel something, if like me, like you're noticing that you're storing more than you need, then start with there and then see what supplements you need to take in order to help that specific condition in your body. Let me know if you've had any experience with the same things, with adrenal fatigue, or have been taking certain supplements that help you out in your own journey. So I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.